Yeah, it got ugly real quick.
Navarrete is a 3-division world champ.
Don't get me wrong. Emmanuel Navarrete looked like shit. You know, that's what happens when you don't take fighters seriously or when you don't come in your best shape. He got dropped earlier in the fight. Emmanuel Navarrete, now 3-division champion, 126, 130, and now Shakur Stevenson's 135-pound title. It was supposed to be him versus Oscar Valdez tonight, but Oscar Valdez said during the broadcast he slipped on a wet spot, hurt himself, and then he had his ribs broken in sparring. Who broke his ribs? By the way, it's only a matter of time. Like, we saw a little bit of it, and he needs to get his ass a strength and conditioning coach. It's only a matter of time before all those wild, sloppy uppercuts, hooks, and lunging is going to get his ass motherfucking slapped. He going to get slapped. He going to get slapped. By the way, that's Liam Wilson taking a second loss of his career. Put on a nice, solid performance. You can tell he's still green. I covered him about 3 different times in the past. His first loss, where he was knocked out in an upset by a Filipino fighter, I forgot his name, Jonah Noine. He did avenge that loss. Emmanuel Navarrete did end up becoming the Emmanuel Navarrete that we know of the second half of the fight. Because at one point in time, he almost got stopped. You know, and there was some shenanigans with the referee where he took his time, veteran move, putting his mouthpiece in, brought him some extra time, but he was out on his feet for a little while. But Liam Wilson didn't have the real know-how or skill set, the killer instinct, the hungerness, as Manny Pacquiao would say, to go out there and finish him off. So with that being said, take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm guessing I'm going to go straight and move for the Oscar Valdez fight. And let me tell you, Navarrete is a dangerous fighter, but look who he just beat up. You know, it's only but so many stripes we can give him. And then he got dropped. He got hurt again in the next round, or I think it was round number 6. So I think Oscar Valdez can beat him. Just boxing, counterpunch. Let him do all that lunging bullshit. Punch him in the belly. Because he's been showing up as he's been moving through these weight divisions, looking more and more softer and sloppier. Also, there was some shenanigans with the scale where Liam Wilson weighed in a lot lower, like around like 21, 26 or so. Damn, my camera. Hold on, my camera messed up. Let's see here. All right, are we back? We're back. Perfect. Let's turn it up. I had to pause it.
The WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Emmanuel Vaquero Navarrete. We'll be right back. Talk all about this great one and the crowning of a new champion at a...
Shout out to Emmanuel Navarrete, though, you know, because he does have the killer instinct and knows when to turn up. And this was a fight that he could not lose. But yeah, he's got to get a strength and conditioning coach. Don't let the fame get to your head, because if this didn't scare him, you know, and they'd be like, oh shit, I got to get my shit together, then, you know it will. So let's talk about the 135-pound division as a whole. What about Liam Wilson versus a George Kambosos in George Kambosos' return fight? Or you think they're going to break Liam Wilson down and build him back up again? He's a no-limit fighter. He trained with the Headbangers Gym, Barry Hunter, who trains, also works with Tank Davis. Let's see. 130-pound division, my bad. 122, 126, 130. I apologize. For Emmanuel Navarrete, when I say he's a 3-division champion. But look, this is a very fractured division. This week you have Ray Vargas and Foster fighting on Showtime. That's next weekend's marquee fight. What fight? No, wait. He moved. Does Hector Garcia still have this WBA belt at 130? Because he did fight Tank Davis for that bullshit one. Rakhimov, IBF. It's just a division that really don't. It could be unified. It's just a division that don't go nowhere. It has no real interest in me. You know? How the hell do you got Leo Santa Cruz, a champion and won by the WBA? Did he drop that belt and then 130? You know, he's ranked. You got Oscar Valdez, Lamont Roach. What fighters like really stick out to you at 130 pounds? Nobody, for real, not to me. And then the 126 guys, in my opinion, outside of Ray Vargas, who's moving up, are too small for 130, in my opinion. So it's not really like a division that sets your ass on fire. Anyway, let's listen to the post-fight interview. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe, and we're going to do a jump cut.
And in part by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. Navarrete saved his best for last. What a thriller.
I think he's got to get a strength and conditioning coach or just tighten up. I guess I hate when they do this. So they're going to make me really, I hate when they do this. You got to open up 2 different programs on ESPN Plus to be able to watch the fucking state of boxing. So look, this is what you got to do. Like, you know, you got to go to a whole different, get that off my screen. Gonna get me copywritten. Damn it. You got to go to the top ranked page and like, it's bullshit to watch the state of boxing. Here it is. See, look, it's a whole different show. Look, see, now I got to rewind back. All right, here we go. So I was saying that he's got to take better care of his body. It's unlikely that he'll change up defensively, but I think Oscar Valdez is going to tighten him up. Shakur Stevenson would have took him to school. Don't be surprised if Valdez like beat him. All right, let's turn it up.
With the state of boxing starting right now.
All right, come on.
It's just treated to a fight of the year candidate and a fight for the ages.
Right.
Emmanuel, what are you made of? ¿De qué estás hecho?
Pues no sé, de mucho trabajo, fuerza, corazón y el espíritu mexicano que no falta.
I'm made of strength, of power, of heart, and that Mexican spirit that never lets me down.
We got that spirit.
How hurt were you in that 4th round when he dropped you? ¿Qué tan lastimado estabas en ese 4º round cuando te tumbó?
Oh, la verdad, Liam es un guerrero. Me alcanza conectado una mano que me aturde mucho. Obviamente, pues tratamos de tomarlo con calma. La esquina por ahí se distorsionó de más y afortunadamente pudimos recuperar la tranquilidad. Salí a movernos un poco. Nos recuperamos al 100% y conseguimos la pelea.
You know, Liam is a great warrior. He came here to win. He landed that big shot on me, and it stunned me. But I was able to get up off the canvas and settle myself down. It was actually a little bit intense over in the corner. I had to settle them down. But once that happened, I was able to get the victory. ¿Qué significa ganar y de esta forma? What does it mean to you to win and in this fashion?
Pues yo creo que primeramente la satisfacción es enorme. Creo que me faltaba esta prueba para poder decir que mi carrera está más completa. Ahora que sé que toco la lona y me puedo volver a levantar para seguir luchando, estoy más que contento porque sé que puedo seguir adelante.
This was an amazing victory me because it tested me. I needed to know that I was capable of going to the canvas, getting up, and come out the victor. And now I know that I'm capable of doing that, and I do it in a great fashion. ¿Qué sigue para ti? Primero vamos con qué significa unirte a esa lista de 3 veces campeones mexicanos e históricos. What does it mean to be a 3-division champion among Mexican legends?
Obviamente estoy bien orgulloso de mi carrera, de todo lo que hemos logrado junto con mi equipo. Y creo que hasta ahorita puedo decir que en mis 10 años de profesional estoy pleno, satisfecho y bien contento.
You know, I'm going to be honest. All I have to say is that after doing this, I can say that the 10 years as a pro have been worth it. My team and I have worked so hard to accomplish this, and the future, the sky's the limit. ¿Qué quieres próximamente?
Quiero poder demostrar que estoy hecho para un buen nivel en la 130 y pues obviamente quiero esas peleas tan importantes que tanto yo como el público mexicano y el público mundial, boxísticamente hablando, quieren esas peleas.
I want to prove that I'm capable of earning those big world championship fights, and the fact that I want those fights to prove to Mexico and to the world what I am capable of. Está presente aquí en el ring también otro gran campeón, Oscar Valdez. Esta noche iban a ser ustedes dos. This was going to be you two tonight. Oscar, you saw what Emmanuel Navarrete was capable of doing tonight. What was it like watching that it was supposed to be you guys doing it tonight and we got a thrilling fight?
A lot of mixed emotions. I should have been fighting tonight here with Vaquero Navarrete. Unfortunately, had an injury and it could have made. But hopefully we come back to Arizona and make this fight happen. Vaquero, muchas felicidades. Te rifaste. Por momentos no me asustaste porque te mandaron a la lona, pero muchas felicidades de nuevo por ese triunfo. Esperemos de que este año se haga esta pelea. Tú mismo lo has dicho, yo lo he dicho con todo respeto. Queremos un Barrera Morales de nuevo y creo que nuestro estilo se adapta. Así que se haga, hermano.
Can you say that in English for the fans at home?
We want Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera fight again. I think Vaquero Navarreto's style and my style will be a perfect fight. Hopefully we can do it here in Arizona or wherever. But Vaquero Navarrete and me, we want to fight. Let's make it happen.
You said that Liam Wilson put a scare in you because for a moment it looked like your fight may not happen.
Yes, obviously we want Vaquero to win. We want the belt to stay in Mexico. Obviously I will never go against my fellow compatriotas.
But nonetheless, this is a type of fight that could be historic. This is a rivalry type of fight that we all see happening, and that's why we were all so disappointed when you came up injured.
Yes, I was disappointed as well. Obviously, I wanted to fight, but the fight's going to be made because it's going to be made this year.
La pelea se hace porque se hace. Últimas palabras para la gente que te brindó el apoyo, aquellos que quizá no creyeron en el Vaquero.
Pues obviamente muchas gracias a todos. Estoy bien agradecido con todos ustedes. Y así quiero que me apoyen cuando enfrente a este gran campeón.
Says he wants to thank all the fans who came out, and that's how I want you to support me when I face this great champion. I'm going to let you guys talk. Keep it clean for a minute because Liam Wilson deserves to be spoken to today as well because
Us
he's a
Hispanics have the
wonderful
best
warrior, and
black
he proved that
fans
this evening.
in the world. We're the best fans in the world. Britain comes second. Irish comes third.
You came close to fulfilling that promise to your father of becoming a world champion. Walk me through what this fight was like.
First, I want to say a big thank you to Arizona. It was unbelievable to fight in front of you guys. It's a great feeling, and thank you guys so much. I want to say thank you to all my sponsors that come out to support me. It means the absolute world to me. Everybody from Australia tuning in, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope I did you guys proud. Tonight I came up a bit short, and I'm disappointed, but I knocked him down in the 4th round, and I believe the count was a bit longer than I thought. We'll have to review it and see what the people think. He's a true champion, though. I thought I won the fight in that sense because I think it was about a 20-second count. Review it and see what happens there.
We earned the right to get back.
I want to come back. I'm a true champion. This is my 12th fight, but no excuses. I love fighting. I love the challenges, and I'll fight another champion any day of the week.
Ben Damon.
People may not have known who Liam Wilson was before you stepped foot into this ring tonight, but they do know now. What was it like facing a man who simply would not quit?
Yeah, look, he's a tough champion, and all due respect to him, very awkward, but you know, this is boxing and stuff happens. You know, all credit to him, and I hope he goes on and do great things. I'll be back, make no mistake about it. I'm a true champion as well, and I love these hard fights. You know, you won't see me in an easy fight, and I'll put myself back right here.
I remember in our fighter meeting, you said you had to just be patient in the first 6 rounds, and then you knew this was coming, and Barry kept imploring you, do not get into a firefight. What was it about this fight that it just turned into that?
Yeah, look, I think that is, it's funny, we're having a laugh here because that is my style, but, you know, I tried sticking to the game plan, and I was doing pretty good at stages, but, you know, I got caught up. You know, he come on strong at the end of the fight, but like I said before, it was a long count, and I want to get it reviewed. So, well, it is what it is.
All right, and in terms of turning southpaw, do you think that worked for you? Do you just wish you had stayed right hand?
Nah, it probably wasn't a good idea. I think I got hit too much. He's a true champion, and he capitalised on it. But you know, you have to try all the weapons in these sort of fights, and. Look, Australia knows, the world will know now that I can fight and I will be back, and I love these tough fights. You know, that's who I am.
Absolutely. Hard not to root for a fighter with the heart the size of Liam Wilson. We can't wait to see you stateside once again, and we'll see what happens if it was a long count and what comes of that. Joe, we'll send it up to you.
So let me say this. Liam Wilson, his stock has risen. Remember, how old is Liam Wilson? You know, only, 13 fights? You know, 26 years old. It's the type of defeat you can grow from. And how do you feel? Do you feel that it was more Emmanuel Navarrete not taking care of itself? Or was it Liam Wilson's, you know, skills? Like, we have to talk about that. I think I'm leaning more toward, and it's not because, you know, I'm Mexican. I know people like to bring race into it all the time and say, you know, of course you're going to go with your Mexican brother. But no, what I'm saying is, like, I think it was more on Navarrete, in my personal opinion. The stock for Liam Wilson has risen. I don't remember seeing, I'm trying to remember. I've seen it before. I can't think of what fight. Remind me down below in the comments. What fight was it? Like, what fights do you see, like, where somebody gets knocked the fuck out and they family be all smiling and shit? Like, look, oh, wow, look, you know? You know, very supportive family of Liam Wilson. You know, because they seemed like they was having a good old time. Especially the dude right here, this guy right here. He was like, oh, look, Mike, that's dead. Let's go his ass knocked out. But anyway, overall, though, I put it this way. All right, I'll be honest. I fell asleep on the man cave futon right over there, like around like 6. The card started at 7:15 on ESPN Plus. I was in and out of consciousness, I would say, until pretty much 10 o'clock, like when the main card started. You know how they like to open up the filler and everything. But in between the consciousness, I did see Torres knock dude the fuck out. What other fights did I see? Let me go look at the card. Nico Ali Walsh. I woke up during that. And I was like, okay, Nico getting some rounds in. You know, fell asleep sometime in between there. I came back, 2, was up again, like peeking up at the screen because it was cold as shit. Had to fucking use the remote to turn the heat on. Richard Torres, still haven't seen enough. He's got those KOs, but it's early. You know, it's still early in his career. Got to get some rounds. And then Arnold Barboza versus Jose Pedraza. Pedraza did better than I thought he was going to do. But still, at 140, he just got no power to really keep people off of him or to exert his dominance despite him playing the pressure fighter in that fight. And then, of course, the main event, Emmanuel Navarrete versus Liam Wilson. Here's the punch stats. Total punches landed 97 to 152. 97 for Liam Wilson, 152 for Navarrete, 453 thrown for Navarrete, 388. By the way, let's look at that knockdown. And he spit the mouthpiece out on purpose. I got the broadcast on my TV too in the background. I'm waiting for them to catch up here on the ESPN Plus broadcast. But we're going to go back and look at that controversial knockdown and talk about that a little bit before we go. I didn't want this video to be 20 minutes long, but hey.
But I mean, it's right there.
Look, I want to see that knockdown, and I want to see that sequence that happens shortly after that.
We're going to watch this.
I'm going to tell you something. Navarrete did a veteran move. He knew he was hurt, and what did he do? He spit out his mouthpiece.
Yes, the mouthpiece gave him extra time. There was no doubt.
So it's crazy, and so he was having a conversation with the referee, like, hey, don't you got to wipe it off with water? Like, hey, trying to buy his time? So I understand what Liam them is saying.
He breaks every...
And what happened in the fourth round.
Oh, my goodness.
About this, that in favor of Navarrete, especially once he got him hurt early in the night.
And the way he spit it out, he just was like, and then looked at it.
Round, you'll hear people talk about this, that he got extra time, he was saved.
Check this out. Oh, veteran move right there.
And look, still didn't pick it up.
The referee, Chris Flores, put it back in his mouth the wrong way. So he took advantage of that.
Tick, tick, tick,
tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, and legs. And by the way, his legs weren't even fully under him.
Very.
Those are valuable seconds.
But they are valuable seconds.
Yes, they are.
This guy, these boxers, man. But look, hey, what are you going to do? It's legal. With that being said, let me get up out of here. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. T Street Controversy with 5U360. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter. Also, here's my Twitter at T Street Controversy. Tomorrow night, we're going to be here for the Amanda Serrano versus Erica Hernandez and Alicia Baumgartner versus, what's her name again? Mikhailed, forgot. Richard Hitchens is on the card, as well as Shadeja Green. Forgot who else I was looking forward to. Sky Nicholson, Ramla Ali. Overall, nice little solid card. We're going to be in the building via media for that card on its own. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, 5u360.com.